Hello, people, and welcome back to the podcast. My next guest today is one you do not want to miss. She is amazing. Now, who is Penny Jane? I know you all want to know. Penny joined me on the show to share her journey from how she overcame an eating disorder and mental health issues to becoming the amazing person she is today. Penny is a joy to be around, and her energy and passion for fitness and well-being is unparalleled. This girl is a boss bitch. In the filtered and dense world of fitness, Penny stands out in the chaos as a beacon of hope for others who have struggled in the space and trying to find themselves. This episode is authentic, raw, and all-round good fun. I won't tell you any more, except you'll come away from this podcast with a smile on your face and the motivation to be a better version of yourself. So listen, enjoy, and subscribe. Penny.
Yeah.
Tell me about you.
Tell you about me.
Tell you about me.
Where do I start?
Just tell me about, okay, let's start with what got you into your fitness journey? What was the motivation behind it? And where do you see it going?
I would probably say it was probably this time last year that I started to think about it. I started following a few people on my normal Instagram account, doing gym fitness stuff. And I actually got use out of what they was posting. And then I just kind of thought, right, I want to do this. I want to influence people. I want people to gain something from my page eventually in time. But I'd also say that it's probably since I broke up with my ex.
The
breakup.
What do they call it? The breakup pump.
Breakup pump. That must be it. But I think since breaking up with him, I had all this free time, for me to spend on myself. And I thought, well, why not start a page, an influencing page, get my teeth stuck into it, see how it goes. Started posting a few reels at the start, and do you know what? At first, I was like, this is not great. This is not good. This is something that I thought I can do, and I had a few setbacks at the start. But then I thought, no, I really want to do it. I want to pursue it. I want to, help people. And then I started getting a few messages through from girls, especially. And they was like, oh my God, babe, just keep doing you. This is so good. I love seeing you every day, posting things on your story. And they actually gained something from it. And I thought, do you know what? Even if it's 5 people that it's changing the lives of every day, seeing a story that I might put on, it's 5 people.
Yeah.
And that was it. I just wanted to help other people, especially those that might have gone through a bit of a mental health disorder at any point in their life. Since I did. I went through a bit of an eating disorder. When I was about 19, I probably started. It was due to trauma, family, because my mum and dad got divorced. I lost both my grandparents. It was COVID during that time. So it was one thing after another. And because everything was out of my control, that's what stemmed on my eating disorder. Because I couldn't actually control anything else. The only thing that I could control at that time was physically what I was eating, which is actually quite sad when you think about it. You feel different emotions at that time. You feel guilty, you feel embarrassed, and it's just something that you cannot control, but you control it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. And then I got into the gym probably when I was about 21, 22.
You're 24 now.
I'm 24 now. Yeah, so about 2-3 years, I've only really just started getting into the weights side of it. I've always enjoyed cardio and moving my body and sort of getting that, a runner's high sort of feeling, when you do cardio after so long and you just feel really good in yourself. But now I've got more into the weights aspect of it. and I enjoy that. And obviously getting my protein in.
The pump.
The protein intake and the pump. So, yeah.
That's you.
That is me, kind of.
Do you think, because I've been through this as well, breakups where you're very unmotivated. No, you're very much comfortable, and then you go for a breakup and you realise that you want to change everything about your life because you like it's just not going. You're like, oh, how was I in this position for so long?
Yeah.
But you took the breakup and they realise, and you feel like the feel of like not being worth enough or whatever it is, or being good enough, and it's like, no, I'm gonna prove them wrong. I'm gonna dye my hair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna get like a personal trainer.
Oh yeah, literally.
Yeah, buy new clothes, go on holiday.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a completely different person to who I was when I was with him.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, like I'm still Penny. I'm still like the bubbly, energetic kind of vibe, but I'm more like doing what I want to do now. Whereas I felt like I was kind of living the life that he wanted to at that time. We'll not talk about that too much.
This podcast is actually a shit talking episode.
Basically.
Yeah, the bird.
Ruin your ex.
Oh, jeez. No, I found that really interesting. I think what was the eating disorder, if you don't mind?
At first I had anorexia.
Okay.
A bit of body dysmorphia as well at the time. Because like growing up within like the age range that I did, there was a lot of like social media about like looking a certain way, being really skinny. There was a lot of magazines that you read when you were younger, and it was like, oh my God, she looks so fat on the beach. And it was a bit of cellulite on her legs and stuff like that. And I feel like that also was an aspect of it. Do you know what I mean, though? Like, I feel like there's a lot of publicity these days where people just zoom in on people's lives and expect them to be a certain way. And you are who you are.
Yeah, exactly. It's just people have too much time on their hands as well. Like, I had my first hate comment on YouTube the other day.
What hate comment?
It was like the first like bad comment.
What did they say?
It took 3 years. I was so happy to get it. I was like, oh yeah. It was even about me. It was about my guest. And then I got 2 more on some YouTube shorts, and they were all just rinsing my guest.
Yeah.
I won't say which guest it was, but they said something about. They basically made a Star Trek reference to having big ears. He was like, "Beam me up, Scotty," or something.
Oh my God.
And I showed my friend at work, and I was
I've seen that one as
well.
well.
I was laughing because I was like, I finally got my first hate comment, and I was like, people are listening.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes it's good to get a bit of a hate comment.
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
good. Like people are watching the stuff, and like people are taking the time out of the day to comment. I'm like, that's a win.
Yeah, exactly. Like either way, they're viewing it.
Yeah, I think it was on Instagram as well. I think the 2 guys made a comment. I just put "Have a nice day" or "Hope you have a great day" or something on both comments. I'm just gonna keep doing that and annoy people.
I had one the other day, and it was something they were just like saying, "Oh, cringe, cannot watch this" or something on one of my dancing reels that I put on. And I was like, well, don't watch it then.
Don't watch it. Why you following me, creep?
Yeah, exactly.
Beat it, nerd.
Unfollow me. You just want my attention.
They do. They really
That's
do.
That's what they want. How do we get into this?
I don't know.
Oh. Wait, hang on. Just listen. It's like when you crunch bread. It's bubbling.
Oh,
it's sparkling. That's beautiful. I feel like a changed person right now.
it's good. It's good shit. Mental health side of things, like you obviously touched upon it. Like, what would you say are the not the triggers, but like what would you say is like the best way to overcome negative mental health?
Doing things that you enjoy.
Okay.
And I think when I broke up with my ex-boyfriend, that that kind of opened up my life, because then I thought, what does Penny like to do? Like, what do I actually like to do within my own time, within my spare time, that brings me joy? And that's probably like when I started the page, that's when I started actually discovering things about myself. Mental health, I would say you've got to just do things that make you feel good, and everything that's wellness. You know, whether if that's like going for a walk, getting a bit of fresh air, going to the spa with one of your friends, having a bit of a girly chat, a gossip, you know, a bit of a gossip.
Stacey.
A bit what?
Stacey,
yeah, good old Stacey.
Shout out Stacey.
Yeah, do you know what? She has been an absolute gem throughout like my journey, the eating disorder side of it. Because for her, I was like kind of helping her through a breakup when I was about 19, 20. And that was like when it was rife, my eating disorder. I'd lost a lot of weight. And she was there for me to support me through that. And like, that's quite beautiful.
Yeah.
So like, she'll be a friend for my life.
She's
I've already
great.
decided she's going to be like my maid of honour. It's just how it is.
She has no choice in it. It's just the way it's going to go.
Yeah, exactly. And I know that I'm going to be hers. I better be anyway.
Yeah, Penny's boyfriend, not Penny's boyfriend, Stacey's boyfriend, switch up, you need to propose. Jeez. I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this. What do you feel like you value the most at this point in your life? Ooh, wow. 10 minutes in and we're getting philosophical.
What do I value? Do you know what? I'd actually say people around me.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
All people, because some people are really annoying.
Some people are annoying. Yeah, there's
know
always...
who you are.
You know who you are, you're annoying people. But those that are close to me, you know, like people that I've met like through going to gym events, especially, it's like a community. Obviously, there's my friends and family that are close to me. That's a personal thing that I put to the side. That's more like being Penny with them. But then the real me with the gym community, I feel like I just get on with them and it's a vibe and it's just something that matters a lot to me.
It's important.
It's very important, yeah. Yeah, and I like to bring that happiness to them people as well. You know, if they're feeling a bit low and they message me one day and they're like, oh, Penny, like, I'm feeling a bit down today. You know, I'll always like try and send them a VN or something and cheer them up in a way that I want to. And then that kind of like makes me feel good. Feels like that I've done something.
So it's other people. Relationships.
Yeah. Yeah.
Romantic and friendships.
Romantic.
And friend like do you think I think it's that thing where I hate when people are like they can't be happy unless they're with someone, or like they don't know what it's like to be alone, and you like your own space.
I do like my own space, you know that I like.
But then you're also really sociable. I think you were very similar. Like I can be very sociable for a day, but then I need like an afternoon to myself because it's just too much social interaction.
Yeah.
And I get very it stresses me out. Like, it gives me anxiety and
like
stuff.
sometimes your anxiety can kick in.
Yeah, it does.
Especially when I open my DMs and I've got 20 messages to reply to and I'm like,
it's all dudes.
It's all dudes.
It's all dudes. You know who you are.
You know who you are, you guys. But yeah, we'll not talk about that. I knew you were going to bring this up.
Of course,
but yeah, of course.
It's my podcast. I can do what I want.
Of course. I mean, they're usually on Snapchat. Then they get to the Snapchat stage, but I don't really go on that anymore. So
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think we met at a fitness event.
We did.
Like I think the first time we met, you picked me up in your car in London. Like you never met me. I could have been a serial killer.
I know. I take these risks. You know.
And it paid off
for the people.
for the people.
Oh my god.
No, that was Was that Fit FCK? Was it April?
No, that was Power
Elite event. Oh, shit.
Yeah, Power Elite.
That was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun because we met
Jamie.
I'm trying to think how else we met.
There was Erica and Matt. They're the guys that own Power Elite.
There was a few people I'd followed on Instagram who were there, which was nice. I think it's always weird seeing people from Instagram for months.
Tash.
Yeah, that was it, yeah.
Tash, Talia.
I spoke to her the other day, actually.
Did you?
Yeah, I was trying to get her to do gym content.
Yeah.
That was a fun event. I think that it's a good... I mean, that was their first event, but it was interesting to see, because I've not been to anything like that before. I went to a Gymshark event last April in Manchester, like that lifting event. That was fun, but it was very much like people weren't really taking part and stuff because it was like a big crowd and there was a lot of influencers. And like, what's he called? Like, John Terry, is it? Is he the weightlifter? John Terry? Is it John Terry?
I don't know John Terry. What? What's his name?
Not the footballer.
No. John Terry.
He's Gymshark.
John Terry. I don't know John Terry.
I think I'm getting his name mixed up.
I don't know.
The Stolen Brothers were there. Some CrossFit people. There's CrossFit competitions and stuff, and it was really fun. Even though I was just there to kind of just vibe and bought some merch and stuff. It was
Ryan Terry.
Ryan Terry, flipping it. I'm thinking of who's
John?
He's a football player, isn't he?
John Terry is, yeah.
Chelsea manager, isn't he?
Yeah, but didn't he used to play for Liverpool? John Terry. I swear he did.
I think he did.
Yeah,
He's
look at that.
Is he the one that cheated on his wife? Well, which they all do.
Probably, yeah. I feel like they all do.
Yeah. But that was fun. I found that fun. I found those events fun, and then we went to the Fit FCK event, which was really fun.
Fit FCK event.
In Manchester.
I love.
Yeah, the Manchester one was sick.
Yeah.
Oh, but I didn't go to the evening. But
Yeah.
then, and the Miss London one, that's just been, because I had a wedding, stupid wedding.
I didn't.
Yeah, she went.
I went.
It looked fun, boat party. But yeah, no, that was, yeah, I was good to miss that because I think it looked fun. And I think they've got another one in October, I believe, which should be good. But I think those events are good for like just networking and stuff. And like, I got work off it from like doing filmography and stuff. So
Yeah.
met Aiden, met the Magic guys. That
was our second event together, wasn't it? The Manchester Fit FCK, I believe.
Yeah.
So we did the Power League, then we went to the Fit FCK.
Yeah.
But there was the China White in the evening in Manchester, but you didn't go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't get a ticket.
Didn't get a ticket. Oh.
It's fine. I don't like clubbing anyway.
Okay.
I don't like fun.
Of course.
But yeah, no, it looked good though. I think those kind of things are good for like, yeah, just like networking and just, yeah, making friends. I mean, I guess after as well, like you see a lot of people posting and then people who never met them before, like commenting, and it's quite nice that, you know, I think I spoke to some girl, sounds really dodgy that is, but spoke to some girl about doing some work, and then I don't think she didn't really have many mutual friends. I mean, I think she went to the event and then like you and like 20 other people follow her now, and it's, but she went by herself, or I think she went with one of her mate, and then she's left with 30 mates.
Yeah,
so
that's
I think
it.
And a lot of people there are quite young. Like I feel like I'm quite old now, but well, almost 29.
Down with the kids.
Yeah, I mean, I think what I go to these events, you're like, oh, she's only 20. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's
and I'm
crazy,
like, I'm really
innit?
impressed about how, because when I was 20, I was flipping dossing around, just doing drinking all the time, and I see these like 19, 20-year-olds.
It's as if they've got their heads switched on.
Different generation, man.
It's
I mean,
crazy.
Oh, yeah, I wish I was like that. I wish I'd started the gym I think, no, I started when I was 16, but I just never took it seriously. And I think I went like 3 times a week, and I thought that was a lot. And then but then I would eat. I would never track. I think I only started tracking calories 2 years ago, and I still really struggle to do it. My coach hates me. He's like, you don't track anything. I was like, no.
Yeah.
Or I'll track all day, and then I'll have 8 pints of Guinness and just won't track it. Like, it doesn't count, mate. He's like, that's 2,000 calories you just drank. And I'm like, yeah, but it's liquid, it doesn't count.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, it's worse.
It's
It's actually worse.
It just filters through.
Well, you don't really. Yeah, what's your relationship with like alcohol and stuff? You don't really drink, do you?
I don't really drink.
A few ciders.
Not ciders.
Not ciders.
I like vodka, lime, and soda. That's like my go-to drink, you know.
It's a strong choice.
But I usually drive if I go out.
Yeah, you're the best, isn't it? You're the best person to go out with.
I am, aren't I?
Designated
Because
driver.
I'll just taxi for everyone else. I'll drive. I don't mind because I just enjoy the music. I enjoy dancing. I enjoy the vibe. I enjoy being out with people. I don't feel the need to drink alcohol.
That's quite rare.
Like, I will occasionally have a drink. I'm not saying I wouldn't have one, but I just enjoy actually enjoying myself.
Enjoying
there.
the vibe and not.
Enjoying it,
You'd have
yeah.
no hangover the next day. You get up early, go
Just
gym.
enjoy life, you know.
That's what it's about, though.
It is.
Yeah, I do like a drink, to be honest. Can't lie. And a vape.
I know.
Yeah, you've seen me. Oh, I don't think you've seen me drunk yet.
A bit merry. The Power League one, you were hungover in bed the day after.
Don't take a lot these days.
When
though.
I was there with the green tea.
Yeah.
You remember?
And you bought me chocolate banana bread in bed.
I did.
That was so good. What does success mean to you? It's a question I ask a lot of my guests.
Success.
Yeah, I guess this is a different kind of episode because a lot of my guests are usually like a bit older. Usually like it's more like businessy, like CEO kind of marketing vibes. And I think I wanted to kind of turn this more into like a similar thing because I think like there's a definite correlation between success and fitness and being healthy.
Of course.
But it's interesting to see how I see some people are super successful, like millionaires, like running companies like in their 40s, 50s, but they're not in good shape. They have terrible health. They're always at the doctors.
Yeah.
So I'm like, is it because they've sacrificed one thing for the other? But I'm like, can you have both? And it's like very hard. I'm always impressed when I see people who are like jacked, but like motivated, look great, dress great, good job, financially stable, great family, good, like just good at everything. It's really annoying when people are good at everything.
It is very
And
annoying.
very few people are like that. And I'm always like, what are they, like, what's the thing we don't see? And it's usually like they hate the wife or something, or like they don't see the kids, or maybe they're actually like, you know, having an affair, but their life looks perfect. So I guess I'm always interested to see what
people are sacrificing. It's Chris Williams says it on his podcast, The Modern Wisdom. He always says people trade seeable metrics for unseeable values. So it's like people will trade the extra money for a new job, but they don't see the extra 30 minutes in the car, the driving to work, which is actually 5 hours extra a week, which is 5 hours extra a week. They don't have less sleep, less seeing the kids, but so that they'll see the perceived value as the money, which everyone will focus on, but they're not seeing the what they've sacrificed for that.
That's so true.
But it's also and I think I used to be it's always like money, or whether it's like a job, or if it's, I don't know, like maybe you date a girl and all your friends say she's not the right girl, she's bad news, but because at the time the measurable metric is that you're a guy and you're horny and you think she's hot, but then 6 months down the line she's actually being like abused, like emotionally abusing you, and like you don't really realize it, and it's like not until after, like we spoke about at the beginning, you're like, oh, my life, I've been strapped in this little bubble, until you realize being ripped out of it. So I'm always a bit like curious to see what people trade for like success. So it'd be interesting to see what success means to you, going back to the question.
I think it depends on what life path you're on. I think it depends what you've been through growing up, within like younger years, and what you kind of perceive your happiness to be in terms of success. So for me, because I've not a traumatic experience, but because I was at such a low at one point in my life, and I felt like my whole world was just collapsing, success to me is being happy within yourself. And I'm getting actually quite emotional.
So no one's cried about podcast yet.
No, it's like it's coming through because
Steve Bartlett, let's go.
I'm kind of reflecting.
No, it's nice though.
Like how I felt at that time, crying in the shower.
Yeah.
Them sort of times.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Playing sad songs, feeling low. But I felt like at that time I had to get that out of me. And trust me, it took a long time to get to this stage where I am now. But, oh my God, I'm actually not going to cry. No. But honestly, success for me, I would say, is just being happy within and doing things on the daily that make you feel good about yourself. Sacrifices, I would probably say spending time with those that are close to me. I have to sacrifice a lot because I have to focus on myself. And that's not in like a selfish kind of way. It's because I know what works good for me at this moment in time. You know, it's all a learning curve. There's certain things that I do, like going to the gym. So I'll sacrifice maybe spending an hour with my mum watching something on the TV to go to the gym in the evening because I prefer doing that. And I get satisfaction from that and feel good in myself about it. Sounds quite sad, that, doesn't it?
No, but I think...
There's other times, though, that I spend with her. Do you know what I mean?
You spend more time with your mom with them.
Exactly. But sometimes I feel guilty because, like, her and Mark, for example, are watching a film. And sometimes I actually think, oh, it'd be nice to just sit and watch the film with them. But sometimes I'm like, I want to go pump up some shiz at the gym.
You've got your own life as well.
Exactly. I've got my own life, my own hobbies that I enjoy to do. And I would probably say, yeah, sacrificing time with those close to me. Sometimes I have to do because I know that I prefer to get fulfillment through something just on my own. Put my headphones on, get some music on there, feel emotions. Getting deep now.
It's good.
Getting deep. I just like to feel things like on a deeper level.
Which is important as well. It's what's very important, actually. I think... I always struggle to be in the moment.
That's it. It's being in the present.
Yeah, and I think I suffered anxiety for years. I didn't even know what it was until like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and then I think, and I think that anxiety is basically, what did someone say the other day? It was like anxiety is just worrying about things that don't matter. It's just like extra things in your head, and I think then it's like. That's it. It's like you're basically stealing your present away and focusing on the past. So you're never really in the
You're like
the
creating things in your head.
Which then makes you worry about the future. And I think someone's like, you need to stop. Like, don't stop worrying about the past because you can't change it. The future, well, obviously you can plan for it, but you don't know. So just all you can control. I think as well, like, I'm really big on control, which I didn't realize until my therapist told me, and I was like,
it is control.
it makes so much sense. That's why, like, when we do stuff, like I go to birthdays or events or stuff, I'll organize it because then I have control over times, place, who goes.
It's so true.
And it stresses me out sometimes doing all this stuff.
And it's not because we're control freaks.
I just like the things the
you
way to
like
be done.
things a certain way.
Yeah, and I think I like to think I know what people like. I think that's probably me being a bit stubborn, but I think
and it's a bit of a people pleaser, I think.
Yeah,
at
definitely.
times.
I've been a people pleaser.
When you're a people pleaser, you know, if you're controlling everything, you're doing it because you want to make other people happy.
That's all it is.
It is.
But it's like, I think some people get like that power trip of, is like, where you see it at work, like the Karens at work, when they have like the office manager or something, and they'll have the keys to like everything or whatever it is, and they need to have the chip on the shoulder where, you know, it's like, you need to ask my permission first or wherever it is. And I'm always a bit like, I want it to be this way. And I used to get really stressed out when things didn't go to plan. And now I'm like, if someone wants to change something, I don't really care.
Yeah.
And I think usually I let it go a lot easier. But it took years of practice. And I'd always say yes to things like, never want to disappoint anyone. Now I cancel people all the time.
I just think, why not?
Cancel this podcast twice.
Cancel it. Like, cancel it now.
No, I think I'm really bad with my schedule as well. I used to think I'm really organised, and then I'm like, I triple booked that weekend.
Yeah,
I did a wedding, boardmasters, and a fitness event,
Yeah.
and I paid for one of them. And I'm like, I got my best friend's wedding, both my best friend's wedding,
Yeah.
and I've forgotten about it because I'm so preoccupied. I'm trying to do too much.
Do you write things down?
Yeah, I do.
Do you have a notebook?
Got into a really good habit of doing that on a Monday morning, writing everything down from like work to like
For the week.
getting my haircut, like anything. And then I have a big calendar in my room, which I use every day.
That's good.
I have a calendar on my phone, which is great. But then I've got like 4 emails. So then like I save things and I'm like, oh.
I'm the same.
I get into phases though of being organised. So I'll be
Same.
organised for 2 weeks and then ADHD will kick in,
Yeah.
undiagnosed, but it'll still be, it's got to still in. My friend got annoyed at me the other day. He was like, because he has ADHD.
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, oh, it's my ADHD. He's like, you diagnosed? I was like, no. He's like, oh, she's self-diagnosed. I was like, bro, listen.
It's a self-diagnostic.
I was like, I haven't diagnosed me. My primary school teachers
You defo have it.
to my bosses now
As do I.
have called me that, and my mum's told me. I'm pretty
My
sure.
mum said about me.
I'm like, I don't want it. You can
Yeah.
take it. Like,
No, I think it's great.
I mean, ADHD is the fun one. I'm like, I don't want to have the autism or anything. All the depression. I want like the ADHD is like the fun one. It's the bubbly one. It's like that film. What's that film with all the feelings?
oh,
they made a second one. Inside Out. And yeah, I'd be like, well, I'm like, yeah, I'm one of those.
Yeah, it's like joy is switching on.
Yeah, literally. Here comes anxiety. It's like head hits the pillow.
It's the fear one.
Yeah, head hits the pillow. Anxiety opens the door. You thought you were going to sleep tonight? No.
So we've just had the peanut butter. Oh, it's all stuck in my teeth. That's amazing. That is banging. On to the next one. Cookies and cream. Oh my goodness me. Can we just appreciate this? Right here. Oh, right now. Like, look at that.
So, we have tiramisu. Thank you, Magic. Hopefully get big and strong, like Penny.
How is it?
Do you want to try this?
Yeah, I will actually. Give it to me.
All right.
Oh my god. How nice is that? That is banging.
Talk to me about brands. So, obviously, you're sponsored by Verve.
I have it.
Verve. Tell us about Verve.
She's here. The Verve.
Wait, what is Verve? I met him at that Wellenergy.
Wellbeing, yeah.
Who was it who I met?
Tash.
That was it. She was lovely.
Yeah, Tash. So nice, Tash. She literally sends me anything that I need.
Really?
For it. Yeah, she's great. So Verve, I actually tried it in I think it was like January, February time, when I pretty much just started out the influencing page. And they invited me to an ice bath and breathwork event in Manchester.
Yeah.
Oh, it was sick. It was in
On the roof.
the ABC studios in the Dome. Oh, it was amazing, honestly.
Cool.
And the guy that led it as well, Leo, he was phenomenal. Like, he literally moved me during that breath work. You know, like,
Physically and emotionally.
Physically and emotionally. We was all like laid out on the floor. And during this time, like, some of the athletes that I was with, I literally had 400 followers at this point, and they had about 200k plus.
Really?
And I was there like,
hello,
what is going on? You know, I'm like looking around like, who are these people? But they were so friendly, especially Jacob and Joel. So Jacob Ward and Joel Kirby. And Joel's just been on Love Island, actually, speaking of.
Really?
Yes.
This season?
Yes. He went into Catherine Moore, I think.
Is that quite far into the season?
Kind of, yeah.
Is it 6 weeks?
I think so, yeah. 6 weeks, Catherine
I
Moore.
watched season 2 to 5, I think.
Yeah.
Gave up.
But he went in there.
Okay.
And honestly, like, so lovely. Like, I spoke to them on the day and they really made me feel comfortable. But since trying the Verve from that event and then continuing with it until this very day, having it every day, it's got 80 different ingredients in that, you know, it's like vitamins. So instead of taking all them vitamins in your hand with a glass of water, just drink your Verve.
It's like ashwagandha.
Ashwagandha, reishi mushrooms, it's got all your vitamins.
Cordyceps or
Yeah, I think it has got
lion's mane.
lion's mane,
Yeah,
sure
it's
it's got
good.
that in. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's literally in one scoop, add your water. I take it to the gym. Or if I go for a run, I'll have it after my run.
Tastes like.
It's quite sweet.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, greens. I don't want to drink greens. But this one, it's quite sweet.
Okay.
And sometimes I crave it.
Okay.
Because I've had it for that long. Especially
Let's do
when I'm working out and I'm a bit breathless. I'm like, where's my Verve? I need my Verve. You know, and it's just, I can't live without it now.
It's cool brand. They've got good branding.
It's amazing. And I think the co-founders are My Protein.
Yeah.
Like, if you
yeah,
look
yeah.
at that there.
Oh, yeah.
Similar. You know what I mean?
Cool group. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the guy called again who owns it? Oliver Tim Cookson?
I think Oliver.
Oliver
Is it
Cookson.
Oliver? I'm sure it's Oliver.
I think Tim Cookson's the Apple CEO.
Maybe.
Tim Cook, yeah.
Too many CEOs going off.
I know, jeez. And then apparently they were quite an early adopter, weren't they, of your fitness journey?
They was, yeah. And others as well.
Okay.
I feel like they approach like a lot of fitness influencers, which is it's great because no matter how many followers you've got, they attach onto you and say like, do you want to be a brand ambassador for us? Send you some free stuff, test out their brand. And I think that that's really nice to like open up the opportunity for us micro athletes, I guess, to try something new and take our own opinion on it and create content using that brand. It kind of lets you experiment, and if you like it, you stick with that brand. Like I promoted them probably for 4 months of them like sending me stuff, and it was commission as well. So if people use my code, etc., you know how it works.
Yeah, code penny.
Yeah, code penny, PJ now. If they use my code,
Yeah.
I would get commission on it. I didn't earn a lot of commission, no. But that's not the point. You know, it's more like the fun of
The network
making
and the
networking.
events and like...
Yeah, exactly, the community side of it. And I wouldn't have been to that event if Powerlete wouldn't have messaged me. I wouldn't know all of these other athletes, especially like the girls. I feel like I've got so many friends within the community that I didn't even know this time last year. And it's like, how phenomenal, can't even say the word, how phenomenal is that?
It is true. It's going back to community and like just the way the relationships and people, because like, yeah, at the end of the day, people have jobs and stuff, but you know, you're only at your job. I mean, also a lot of these people who work, like do the fitness stuff, like their full-time job is content creating, and so their whole job life day to day is other people, community. A lot of them are PTs, coaches. They're all really good to chat to. They're very friendly. Everyone's
The
on the same
majority.
wavelength. Yeah, there's always, well, yeah, it's
Like
like
80%.
I'll say fair. I think that's generous, to be honest. No, I think all the interactions I've had have all been great. Everyone's been well, like really like respectful, and everyone's been lovely. And yeah, I think like I post content and stuff afterwards, and people, you know, like comment and like it and share it and DM me and stuff, and like, you know, I get work off it, so it's great. And I love taking content for fitness stuff, and it's kind of because I didn't think I was going to do that. Like the podcast kind of went into photography. Photography goes into something, and I'm like, oh, I'll do wedding photography. And I'm like, I'm not doing that all day, like with random strangers. It's just stressful, and
It's too much.
it's good money, but it's just, again, you spend that whole day editing. It's like, so it's trying to find a niche, and I thought it'd be podcasting, which it is, but I think I like the gym, but I'm not like, I don't want to be a fitness influencer. I just have it in me, and I think. But I like that. I like the community. I like the aspect of it, and I like the vibes and the people it attracts. So I think to be able to like go to gyms and take content and like go to events and like, you know, because like even if I don't get paid for an event, you get a free ticket.
Yeah.
You go down, take some pictures, spend a bit of money. Yeah, it's fine, but you get 1 or 2 jobs off it. You make your money back twice over.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's definitely good, and I think it'll just grow. It'll just carry on growing.
And it's like the enjoyment aspect of it. If that's what you enjoy,
I really enjoy it.
then it's a win-win.
I just like taking pictures. Don't know why.
Yeah.
Sounds a bit creepy, to be honest. But
It doesn't.
one of my
no.
friends at work, she said, oh, what did she say? The 2 best jobs for a guy are personal trainer and gym photographer.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I'm pretty sure 90% of personal trainers are just creeps.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe. And then, she's like, oh, but you have a great job. And she's like, why? She's like, you literally, you get paid to take pictures of hot girls. I was like, I don't think that's how I'd see it, but I can see what other people see it. Because I go to the hairdressers and my barber's like, I wish I had your job and stuff. Like, bro, first of all, it's not my job, it's a part-time job. Second of all, it brings me barely any cash.
Yeah.
I'm doing it more for fun and to build my brand and to build my portfolio.
It's building up.
Yeah, exactly.
Your
And in a
portfolio.
year, 2 years time, obviously I'll probably make more money, I'll have better stuff. I'll be planning to obviously go around, you know, go to shoots on weekends.
It's just growth.
Yeah, exactly.
It is growth.
Yeah, and we have friends like, you know, like people like Ronnie and stuff, I think he's in Budapest or something now, or Prague or something, and it's like
Big up Ronnie.
brands paying him to fly out to places and shoot, and he's doing it for his job he loves, and it's like he'll edit till 2 a.m, but
He does not stop that.
that's
guy.
fun. That stuff's fun. I love that. Put some tunes on, 4 white monsters and 2 screens. Like, absolutely give it to me. Like, inject it into my veins.
It's like with me, like with doing photo shoots, because I do like modeling.
You do a lot of photo shoots actually now.
I do. I love it, to be fair, and I feel like I've grown a lot in confidence within myself doing these photo shoots. Going to like the Photo Cove in Manchester, like big up James. He got me into that, and Alan. They got me into Alan and James. They got me into like the photography and the modeling side of it,
Yeah.
And I just think like from that, my confidence has grown. Not in like I love myself kind of way, because I will never be like that. I'm not one of them girls that's like, oh my God, look at me. I just can't do it. I hate it. It's just being full of yourself and that egotistic sort of vibe.
Yeah.
If someone was like that, I'd be like, oh my God, go away.
Go away, yeah.
Yeah, I prefer it more so to inspire others and to fulfill like other people as well as myself, obviously, and think, oh, I want to do a photo shoot. Like, that's sick. Like, where have you done this? Like, how do you get into that? And then I message them and I'm just like, oh my God, like, message such and such. And it makes you feel good.
And it goes back to the fact, like I'm sure you might be saying this, like, you don't get paid for a lot of the shoots, but you get
Not all of them.
Yeah, free content.
Free
and
content.
then you post that, you then get, say, 1 brand or 2 brands message you, 6 months later they pay you, say, 500 quid.
Yeah.
You've essentially paid for all your travel and expenses for those 5 shoots in one day.
Exactly.
But I think people don't see it like that. It's like people want quick results.
They want it straight away, and it's not going to come
start
like
fitness
that.
account, and they're like, we'll put a picture of like me in some like able short shorts and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, it's probably gonna do well on Instagram, but then like, where's my 10,000 followers? Where's the brand deals? It's like, bro, you gotta work for it. Like,
you've got to work.
I'm really
for
bad. You post every day.
I do.
I'm really bad at posting. Like, I mean, again, this is why I couldn't do the fitness thing, because my life's not that interesting. I don't like how I look most of the time. So it's like, that's funny. I don't like that sound of my own voice. It's funny that, because I do a podcast and that's literally what you is. But
I love it.
But you have to get over that. And I think,
Yeah.
like, I was like, I'm never going to do video, ever. 2 years in, I'm going to do video. Took a while to get it, because obviously things cost money, and then it's like working out how things work. And then I do podcasts with like these boss bitch CEO girls, and like they're just like absolute badasses, and like they're great, and they speak on stage, and we do podcasts, and they're like, oh, no, I'm really nervous. And then I'm like, I know how that feels, because 6 months ago, before I even did the first episode, I was absolutely bricking it, because I thought, oh, I'll be on camera.
You can relate to
so
how
then I can
they're
relate,
feeling.
and now when I do it, I don't even tell them to stop playing, and we're talking for 10 minutes, and like, when we're going to start, I'm like, we already started.
Yeah.
And then automatically comfortable with it.
Yeah.
And I think that's just trying.
I think that depends on the person, though.
Yeah.
You know, like me speaking to you, I feel comfortable.
Some people aren't as easy to talk to, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah. It depends if there's that vibe there.
I've listened to some podcasts, and there's 2 ways of looking at it. You listen to podcasts because of the host, or you listen for the guest. So for instance, I listen to Diver CEO first of all, because I liked Steve Bartlett. I still like him, but I think I listen to so many. Now I listen to the ones with good guests. I pick Modern Wisdom, Chris Williamson, don't care who it is. Could be, he had like a CIA guy on, he had Ross Edgley, he has like actors, you know, politicians, don't care who it is because he's really interesting. Joe Rogan, probably a bit more picky, but again, it depends. Yeah. Because like Chris Williamson I can relate to a lot more because he's like young, from the UK, you know, he's very like down to earth British, you know, Crocs and socks, like very, he moved to America, like, but he's very like, you know, he has American people on and he's very like, talks about like, the North and stuff, and and he talks about Newcastle and like, you know, all this stuff, and you can relate. But then I think I listen to some podcasts and I see them with like 10,000 streams a month, and the
setups, they're interesting.
But the things, the setup's great and like it looks great. And I listen to it, I'm like, how is this, people, is this all, it's so boring. Yeah. Like there's no stimulation.
Yeah.
And like the guests are great.
Yeah.
But the host is really like, but I think because maybe they were on Love Island or they had like a TV show and then they get a podcast, everyone's got a podcast.
Yeah, of course.
Day one, they got 30,000 Instagram followers and I'm like, bro, it would take me 10 years to get there.
Yeah.
And I think that's the frustration, but for me, it's like that, I don't look at the followers. People always ask like, what's the metrics? Like, what
I
your
always
viewers?
think about this.
Yeah.
It's not about the followers.
No.
It's not. It's about your audience.
And also, I'm like, if it was like a big revenue making thing, this is my job, yeah, of course, followers, brands, investment, that stuff's important. But when it's your side thing that you do for fun, like if I start stressing about numbers and stuff, it's not going to become fun anymore. It's just going to become another job, which like, then I have to do that I don't want to do.
I'm going to be honest here. I have gained a lot of followers within like the past month, probably about 2,000. It's rocketing. Is it the followers that I want? Probably not.
No.
But it's gone in some sort of algorithm that is gaining these followers. But the audience that I want, because my page is about mental health and feeling good, at the initial start of my page, especially females that might be going through an eating disorder and they want someone to aspire to and feel good about themselves. That's the kind of audience that I am doing this for. I want it to be more directed to them. And so they think like, oh my God, look at this girl. Like, she's got so much confidence. Like, how can I feel like this?
Yeah.
And then them following me, they get things from me posting nice food on my story, putting reels or videos on of me sat in my car talking to the camera, making myself feel good before I go for a run. You know, it's like all these little things, you know, people need to focus on that rather than just seeing a girl dancing and being stupid. There's a lot more to it.
Yeah, of course there is.
And I feel like a lot of my followers, yes, they are male. All right? They are male. I'm not bothered. Like, watch all you want. You know, but I know eventually the audience that I want to attract, it'll come.
Yeah, of course it will. It just takes time.
Yeah. But a lot of them are fitness people.
Which is what you want.
Which is what I want.
Yeah, I'm interested to... Yeah, what's next for you? Like, what's the future hold?
In terms of brands or?
Let's say brands and then just general life.
Okay. So, what are we in now, August?
Yeah.
August time, yeah. So, recently become an athlete for Magic Protein that we have here, the box, which I absolutely love. Like, I love them guys, the Magic Protein guys, and Erin, of course. Sweet old Erin. Love old. Young. Sorry, Erin. Sweet young Erin. She's so cute.
Sweet old Erin.
Old Erin. It's because she's like, I've known her a long time, you know. That's
she's old to you.
She's old to me. Obviously the Verve. We've got that brand. And if anyone's seen it on my stories, I have been wearing Vanquish quite a lot.
Wearing it now.
And it's since I went to one of their events in Derby, it was Ultraflex gym. And Man Like Dave trains. It was his event. There's actually another one coming up at the end of this month. I absolutely loved it. Like, who goes and gets a tattoo in the gym? Do you know what I mean? I feel like that's penny.
It's mental.
It's something that I would do. Like, I have tattoos. I love tattoos. I've got, like, little ones. I'm definitely going to get one at this next event.
You should. Just wash it after.
Yeah, just wash it after. I'll put something over it, don't worry.
Yeah, please.
But I think since going to that event, I've felt the earthiness of that brand. And although I wear Powerly and Gymshark, I immediately went onto Vanquish's website and spent £400. I was like, I want to be kitted out with this stuff.
It's so good.
It's just so nice.
It is good. I've got a few pieces from it.
It is so nice. And since I've started wearing that, I have felt so confident in myself as an athlete in the gym, and I'm just like, yeah, I want to be a Vanquish gal. So maybe
We'll see.
we will see.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, no, thanks.
fun?
It's been good. I've actually enjoyed like talking about things.
I thought your podcast was awful until I
I
came
thought
here.
it was